Well, I'm here in the fucking car wash because I might do some Uber after I go to Italian Fest. But you guys are coming with me for fucking Italian Fest. This is a regular staple of fucking driving for Uber is cleaning your fucking car all the time. So I got an unlimited Delta Sonic fucking membership, interior, exterior cleaning, because I hate cleaning. Well, I just finished washing the car, and I need to I want to go to Italian Fest, but the motherfucking Uber is fucking red. So one of the things I'll do to help my income stream minimalist lifestyle along is when I am doing shit for fun, I'll try and integrate a little bit of Uber in the middle of it. So I'm going to turn the app on. It's literally just as simple as there you go. And now I'm ready to make some motherfucking money and shit, which may pay for some of the fucked up food I'm about to eat. But where ultimately the goal is to get downtown, I'll take 1 or 2 rides, and then I'll go and try and enjoy Italian Fest. And I'm thinking I might go have some nature time after that, to help burn off some of what I eat and to further relax, because I don't relax enough. I work too much. Shit. Downtown Syracuse. A combination of old architecture with a little bit of newer architecture. This is where Italian Fest is. And it's one of the many festivals that are held throughout the summer in Syracuse to draw people downtown and to part them with their money and feed them unhealthy food in small portions that are overpriced. And how appropriate that this song is getting
no matter what you say or do, I rock my man round 250, 300 is alright too. I want a big fat daddy. Want some big fat daddy. Give me a big fat daddy. Want some big fat daddy. Talking about your big fat daddy with the meat shaking on his bone. They say
So I found it highly appropriate that this song was being sung right when I walked into Italian Fest, because there's one thing that you are going to do when you eat at a festival like this, and that is gain weight. Carbs are plentiful, sugar is even more plentiful. Even though the Italian diet doesn't emphasize sugar, this particular festival definitely did. It was entertaining nonetheless, this part. And the irony was not lost on me. Now you might be asking yourself, if you know all this is unhealthy for you, why the fuck are you going to Italian Fest? Well, that whole addiction thing that I've been going on and on about dopamine. And, you know, my reward-seeking behavior led me here thinking that I would get a significant boost to my happiness, you know, which I know better. But still, I got here expecting to have some really awesome tasting food. I knew I was going to eat some sugary shit while I was here. And it was overall just to have a good time and enjoy the day. However, as I pass through, I start to question why I was there. It wasn't quite what I thought. Now these two are clearly having a better time than I am. And they should be, because they are stoking their serotonin right now. They are content, they are with each other, they're enjoying an event together, they're not stuffing their face right now. And that's basically the difference between what's over here, which is sugary shit, and carbs, and comfort foods, and beer and alcohol and wine and all that shit. And of course, you know, for your shopping dopamine, there's some sprinkled in things to help support the event. But overall, it kind of confuses the notion of happiness. Now, I started off with chicken riggies, which is a favorite of mine. $8 for this fucking thing right here. It's a little on the smallish side, considering pasta's so fucking cheap and there wasn't a lot of chicken mixed in here, so it tasted good. I enjoyed it. But then I followed up with lobster rigatoni, which contained fake lobster meat, but it tastes good nonetheless, and it's heavily buttered. And of course, more pasta, more vodka sauce, and it was small as fuck. Same price, $8. So that's $16 down. Fucking bug just landed in my shit. So then I got to this part, which was motherfucking sugar. And this is where I start to realize my stupidity and, you know, my addiction. I got both. This is some fucking cheesecake and some tiramisu. And between the two of those, I pretty much put probably 60 or 70 grams of sugar into my body.
Well, that was brief, but to the point. I did have some good food, little pricey for the portion size. I don't even know if you can fucking hear me over the music, but it's kind of a small little fucking festival. As you can see, I drastically overloaded sugar at the end. So I think I'm gonna go to the Chittenango Falls and hike some of that shit off and film. So we'll see what we can do from there. I'm getting funny looks. I'm still not comfortable vlogging while I walk. Okay, Google. Navigate to motherfucking Chittenango Falls. Okay, Google. Navigate to Chittenango Falls, motherfucker.
I can search the web for answers.
Apparently it isn't able to separate motherfucker from Chittenango Falls. Okay, Google. Navigate to Chittenango Falls.
Okay, Chittenango.
Hey, we got it, motherfucker.
So as I leave the city, you know, I'm contemplating, was it worth going to Italian Fest? Should I have just done the trip to Chittenango Falls and only the trip to Chittenango Falls? I'm hoping that I'm burning off some of the shitty food I just ate. You know, when you overconsume sugar to that level, it really doesn't matter, though. You're going to be making some liver fat. Doesn't matter how much you run or whatever, or hike. But I needed, you know, it also, I noticed I was a little short fused on the trip. Like I was driving and getting pissed off at people going like 25, 30 miles an hour in a 45 or a 5 mile an hour zone. And I was just kind of a little bit pissy by the, you know, end of the drive. So I was in a sour mood, and I attribute that as part of the sugar rush. It was brief. I arrived at Chittenango Falls. By the time I got there, the sugar high was gone, and I was already a miserable prick, you know. And hopefully I can cure that with my little visit to the park here. And, you know, I was excited coming down these stairs and getting into the hiking, and, you know, I like the little stone fucking pavilion and the buildings that are around, the few that there are. And however, I'm immediately starting to be a little fucking annoyed. Because I can tell that there's going to be assholes here. I don't know why, but I can just tell. And, you know, I expect to see nature, and instead I see more of our addictive qualities at work. You know, more of our assholishness. You know, you're out here at a beautiful waterfalls, and you guys are sitting there in view of people who probably would like to take a picture of the falls. And, you know, you got people jumping the fucking fence. Now, the fence is clearly fucking labeled. I mean, really? It's clearly fucking labeled. And it's labeled why. So apparently there's some endangered species that are gonna fucking die now because these assholes have to get out there. And, of course, you know, I got this motherfucker meditating on his rock. So this other motherfucker says, hey, you forgot to check my device. You know, I saw this really cool thing on this device. I got a picture of you sitting on this thing. Oh, me? Yay, thanks. That'll get some fucking likes. So, you know, it's... And so, I'm now, I realize I might be being a little harsh here, but come on. Really? I just kind of wanted some peace and serenity, and instead I have to see that right off the bat. So I was, you know, miserable from coming down from the sugar and basically being more than a little pissy. Now, these two are enjoying nature properly. They're not fucking with anything. They're walking, they're enjoying each other's company in this nice, serene environment. And this is... I like these kind of people. Well, I'm a huge fan of the waterfalls as far as Chittenango Falls goes. But one of the things when I come out here to the middle of fucking, you know, to a nice wilderness park area, I get a little disillusioned with what other people do here. You know, it's just kind of a place I like to quietly reflect on life, or just hike and enjoy nature, take pictures and video, and, you know, bullshit with 3,000 people on YouTube. You know, it's just, And I'm seeing things here that are already getting on my nerves, you know. And I know it's my own fault, you know. I'm not faulting the people for doing what they do. But I think they're missing the point of coming here. You know. There's enjoying nature, and then there's destroying nature. There's a lot of destroying nature going on here, as we saw with the motherfuckers jumping over the don't cross fence, which, you know, I can understand, as long as if you're gonna do that, you know, usually there's danger associated with that. But if you're gonna fucking do that, at least try not to fuck shit up, you know. But I don't think people take that kind of precaution when they decide to go into the untainted parts of an area, you know. And this particular waterfalls doesn't have a whole lot of cleanup effort or staffing, you know. They don't have anybody working the gate. They don't charge you to get in. They don't seem to do much. I mean, they take care of it a little bit, but within reason, you know. It's not a high budget area, you know. At least they do a little bit, you know. If you look over there, they got trash cans and shit, so there's that. So, but yeah, I just like coming and walking through the trees, and I like the stairs and shit too. So, as I continued my journey through the park, encountering people here and there that, you know, some are enjoying the park in a non-obtrusive way, and some are annoying as fuck. But, you know, these people up here I wasn't annoyed with. They're not bothering anybody. They're not fucking shit up. They're not in anyone's way. They're not, you know, interfering with the enjoyment of others of the park. You know, and, you know, it's just, the first part of this journey is just not working out for me. You know, I'm just not feeling the serotonin, you know, and I've got the agitation going from the come down from the dopamine. But, you know, I generally like to film or, you know, really enjoy the view and the vista or take pictures of the falls, which is hard to do when there's motherfuckers all up in it, you know, all up on the falls. You gotta realize you're pissing everyone off that wants a picture of the falls or wants a video of the falls. In this case, I wanted to do some slow motion work and kind of just enjoy the way the fucking water flows and shit. So it bothers me when people get in the way, but, you know, I want to do more of this. I want to get out here and do more videos like this, and kind of share my adventures with you guys. But you know, I'm going to take this moment to say that as a result of my experience of Italian Fest and the overeating of sugar and the subsequent weight gain that has happened, I've decided to turn my current 5-day fast, I'm about 43 hours fasted right now, into a ketogenic adaptation. So I'm going full on keto, which means I'm going to have less time of eating and more eating natural foods and whole foods and less carbs. And I'm also going to try and work on my serotonin by going out to parks and nature and hiking and eventually wilderness fasting. So that's kind of my game plan. So that's the big announcement, is I'm fucking keto again. So thank you for watching this video this far in to get that little nugget of knowledge. And I will continue to update you on that journey as we go. Slow motion waterfalls are fucking awesome and shit. I mean, really. Just gotta take that in. There's always a ton of stairs here, and I always, I'm obsessed with stairs as a photographer. This is kind of an experiment. Just bringing this fucking video camera with me on a nature hike. It's a small little, not even a day hike, but normally I bring a still camera on shit like this. But I kind of wanted to do an experiment and take you guys with me and explore and kind of try and test out the idea of if you guys would like to go hiking with me or camping or whatever, So, and, you have a little commentary and shit here and there. And I like to film little snippets that are like photography, only with fucking video or slow-mo. So, here's a nice little peaceful area that's currently got no fucking water. Normally there's a waterfall, a small little waterfall that happens here, but I think it's all dried up, which sucks. This is one of the more serene areas here. Everybody goes for the big falls, but not everybody goes for the little falls. And then that normally feeds over that way into the main river. But yeah, water level's a little down. It's best to come out here after it rains like a motherfucker. Although I heard this whole area flooded not too long ago. I didn't get to come down and see it. Maybe I should have. Now, every once in a while, karma just fucking happens. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm gonna fucking laugh, alright? Because I didn't like the fact that you fuckers had to go way the fuck out there, be in everyone's goddamn camera shot, so what time I would have spent doing a lot of slow-mo work and filming the falls and giving you guys different beautiful imagery, I decided since these motherfuckers wanted to be the center of attention in their little universe and get as close to the falls as humanly possible to take their pictures, with a shitty camera, mind you. I noted that they were doing a photo shoot, and I'm noting the lack of professionalism going on here. And so I just started filming that because that was the story of my day. It wasn't about enjoying nature at this point. It was about people watching. I didn't come out here to people watch. I would have stayed at motherfucking Italian Fest if I was going to people watch. But since these assholes wanted to put on a show for the entire fucking park by climbing their ass out on the fucking rocks and damn near fucking killing themselves doing it, not to mention fucking up whatever natural habitat is there that is supposedly endangered, I have no sympathy for these people. If something bad happened to them, I would be like, well, you should have fucking not been out there, And I've crossed a fence or two in my time, but not in a way that fucked with everybody in the park. I mean, that is literally what you do when you go to the main falls and you're out there acting like a bunch of douchebags. You're literally in everyone's experience, alright? Everyone that came down here to look at the waterfalls has to look at your dumb ass doing dumb shit by the motherfucking falls. And that's where the peak of my annoyance happened here, and maybe I'm a bad guy for being annoyed so heavily for something that people seem to do naturally, but so I definitely enjoyed the fact that they looked like they weren't having the best of times out there, trying to get their little photo session on. But as a photographer, I would not do that, something like this, unless the park was damn near or ultimately empty. And if that were the case, which is never the case at this park, unless the park's closed and you're sneaking in, you just, you're in everyone's shit. And that's the part that annoyed me. Not the fact that they went out there, maybe not even the fact that they're fucking shit up so much as they're fucking up the dopamine, or they're fucking up the serotonin, you know. The moment of peace that I came here for was interrupted by them doing that. If they would have just stayed within the bounds of normal fucking behavior at the park, I probably would have been able to just sit there, take in the falls, enjoy the calm moments, enjoy the peace and quiet. Instead, well, I think the look on my face says everything. Never come to a place like this on a weekend. Moral of the story. Maybe I'm a grouchy old fuck, you know? But I don't think people realize how their decisions affect others. They're all consumed with taking their selfie right up next to the falls, completely oblivious to the dangers. You know, what if there's a storm upstream and, you know, suddenly the water level rises really quick? What if you're destroying some fucking creature's home? You know, but the moral of the story is, even if you're doing that and being careful, is the fact that motherfuckers didn't come all the way out here to watch you play with yourself in front of the fucking beautiful waterfall, you know? Many people come out here wanting to take fucking pictures, wanting to take video, and we're all here, but then you always got the motherfucker that has to jump to the front of the line, go way the hell out there, be in every motherfucker's picture, make it impossible to shoot. I used to have to wait people like this out as a photographer, or just get fed up and Photoshop their stupid ass out. But they don't think. It's about their little moment and fuck everybody else. And, you know, I came out here to relieve stress, and just that kind of shit just kind of gets to me a little bit. Maybe am I wrong? Tell me in the comments. But goddamn, just trying to enjoy nature and shit. So continuing my journey through the park, as I get further and further away from the stupidity, I become a little more calm, you know. There was a motherfucker running around this area that was kind of in my space, I guess, you know, kind of walking right behind me and shit, and I'm sitting here trying to film, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, you know, really? I'm just trying to film and be, you know, one with nature and shit, and you're kind of watching me and making me a little self-conscious. But then he then he stomped past me. He paused while I was trying to take in these motherfucking rocks and roots and shit. Because I have this thing about moss and rocks and roots when it comes to photography, and, you know, I just kind of try and take it all in. But eventually he moved on, and I was once again alone in the wilderness, which kind of was my goal, is to get away from people, being that I just came from a festival filled with people, and to really just kind of sit here and philosophize with you guys while taking in nature together, you know, on this channel. So there's that. So let me know what you think in the comments about these kinds of little journeys and the little narration I'm doing to try and keep you entertained during the more boring fucking parts of this video. And there are. I realize it's not, you know, exciting necessarily watching all of this shit. It's just kind of, I just wanted to share my fucking day with you guys this weekend. This was my free time that I spent kind of not working, even though I was filming. But, you know, this is the kind of peaceful shit I want to do. And I want to do more topical videos doing this kind of stuff. You see, it's the little interesting things like this, you know, the roots, the rocks, the little pieces of beauty that's out here in fucking nature that dickheads like that were down there miss out on. They're so consumed with their phones and their selfies that I don't think they actually stop and take the time to appreciate what's really out here, and that's peace and serenity. I'm feeling a little better now that I'm up here. That's kind of cool. Now, here's an example. I spotted this, and I was like, you know, this is my view of this. Wow, that's really awesome. Woodpeckers must have did that. But then some other motherfucker came here and realized I need to leave the fact that I was here and I wanted to fuck Cody on this goddamn, you know, beautiful piece of deadfall. You know, you just need to make everyone know, you know, sure that they know that you want to get railed by Cody, you know. Because all you can think about out here, you know, with all of this little snippets of beauty, untouched by shitheads, but you wanted to let everybody that comes by here know that you want Cody to fuck your brains out. Thank you for that. See, even here, I need to pick more remote places to go. I think that's really what it is. You know, I came here thinking I'd have a good day. And it's the same here, same example. Okay, we got a beautiful little rock face, obviously man-made, but still. And of course, let's write our name on it, because we're awesome, you know. And let's also make sure that we put on here all the times we want, all the people we want to fuck. Let's write it on the wall. Damn shame. Motherfucking damn shame. So as I, you know, work my way further up to the top of the cliff, I become a lot more calm. But there's an experience that I'm about to have that really snaps me out of this little funk I've been in during the entire visit to the park, you know.
Son of a bitch.
And no, that wasn't it. But we're pretty much on the other side of the waterfalls at this point. And I don't know. But I guess to each their own, right? We all enjoy nature in a different way. Of course, you are not asshole free at this point. Still plenty of motherfucking stupidity going on. I do like the composition of this particular shot. Let's see if I can walk over here without falling off the edge and fucking dying. If anybody finds this after my death, you know, let me know. But technically I'm not breaking any rules because there's no fence here. There's that open gate that says danger. To see me on this point may kill you, and apparently that's the way I came from. So apparently I'm at high risk of death, especially if I act like that one chick that was by the waterfall. I'm gonna be a little more careful here, because right there, that's death. There's me standing here, and then right there is death. Long way down. I'm a little bit of a pussy. I don't think I should get any closer to the edge than that. You know, even right here, what if I suddenly lose all hand-eye coordination? Tempting fate. Getting nervous. Getting really nervous. Holding on to a tree for dear life. But hoping it doesn't fall suddenly. So there it is, depth. And as you can see, I was able to easily accidentally walk over here even. Let alone the fence. That's all. That's the bridge of happiness where everybody goes to take their fucking selfies. I better put this on auto because I don't want to fall down the fucking cliff. Yeah. Don't look down. That's a long drop too. I'm gonna get the fuck away from this. Running like a little bitch. Hey, they put this nice convenient fence here for me to hold on to. Yeah, holding on, don't worry. Don't panic. It's all good. But here's death again right there. No shit, I'm experiencing some pure adrenaline just getting this close. But hey, you gotta live once, at least. Yeah, I can go no further. That makes my vagina hurt too much. But damn, my heart's pumping. It's amazing how that works. Let's take that in for a minute. Pretty fucking cool. This is how we appreciate nature. Part of appreciating nature is realizing that at any moment nature could fucking kill you. You know, I say that as I walk by. Apparently, it's only closed when the gate's closed. So now we're on the pussy side of the fence. It's important to know your level of vagina. To give you an idea. This is how dark it is right now. I had the ISO up, but this is really that's how the camera sees it. That's how my eyeballs are seeing it. Well, maybe a little brighter. And of course, you got assholes in the water again.
So as my journey draws to a close and I arrive at the other side of the falls and look out over the sprawling view and the sound of the waterfall overpowering all the sounds of everything else, I realize that I'm finally calmed the fuck down and I'm feeling better about everything, and serotonin has been released. So, but then, you know, a little bit of depression starts to creep in. That rock right there has a little bit of significance to me. When I first came out here with my ex, which is one of the reasons I haven't been out here in a while, now I feel I've healed enough for me to be able to enjoy this again. But anyways, one of the reasons is my ex went by this fence. We both went around, but I was too much of a chicken shit to do what she did. You know, I guess she liked to live dangerously. But I have a picture of her, which I'll probably show since it doesn't show her face, sitting right there on that rock. Which, if you look, you kind of see my issue with ever going on that rock. There's kind of a ledge and nothing really underneath it. So what if that part of the ground gives way and then you're surfing this rock down to the bottom? Probably not going to work out very good. But she went out there and sat on it. And I've seen other motherfuckers come up here, but you know what? You never know when you're going to step on that one rock that's fucked up. You know, and I know I like to live a little dangerously and shit. But not that dangerously. I feel better now though, because, you know, I'm liking that view. I'm gonna come back here when the fall colors set in a little more, but I'm definitely liking that view. So just kind of taking it in a moment, you know? It's getting dark. I like coming here when it's getting dark. There's less people. Oh well, let's finish my lap. Basically, there's a trail that goes by the entire falls. Goes all the way around. And, you know, it's not a huge mass. It's a nice little, oh, I'm gonna go fucking play with nature for a little bit kind of hike. It's not something that takes an extraordinary length of time. It's only a half hour from Syracuse, so I enjoy doing that. You know, it's a nice little walk in the park, so to speak. It's a little bit more out of the way, so there's not as many motherfuckers. It was really nice when I came out here and it was closed. And I might have broke a rule or two by sneaking in anyway. But I was the only motherfucker here, which was fucking phenomenal.
Now, as it was closed, it was frozen over, so I took some pictures of, you know, the park and whatnot and the falls, and I came up with this lovely picture. Of course, I almost died sliding down the ice-covered trail, but no.
I've always liked that tree. I don't know why. Like, when I have my camera out here, I'm almost obsessed about it. So, yeah. A little dark and spooky in here. Well, that about wraps up. Well, I never knew that was there. Maybe just something to explore another time. That about wraps up my little park journey. It started out a little stressful, but now that I've gotten away from stupidity, I feel better. I do. You know, I hear the sound of the falls. I'm hearing some bug action. Of course, now I gotta cross the street, but it was worth it. Worth the trip.
especially after eating shit tons of sugar. So, overall, what I wanted to do for this video, I wanted to contrast things that we do for enjoyment. Now, I was all about going to Italian Fest, make sure I don't get hit by a fucking car, you know, and enjoying some nice Italian food. But overall, I feel like it was a fucking letdown. I feel like it was a letdown. You know, I didn't get as much enjoyment out of that as I did just on the second half of this journey. And I guess my bottom line is it didn't cost me but a little bit of gas money to come out here, which was paid for by the Uber ride I did just before I started all of this weekend fun. So as a minimalist, I would have to say I would have been better served, having tested both today, by just getting some water, maybe some granola or something to snack on. You know, like a hippie. I've been accused of that now. I'm coming out here. Not a lot of money to spend, not a lot of problems. You know, yeah, a little bit of assholery, but you can get away from it pretty easy here where you couldn't at Italian Fest. You know, I liked the food that I had, but overall, I would say not worth it. I gotta say, I'm pretty fucking impressed with the low light performance of this video camera. Like, it is dark as shit, and you guys, I think, can see me pretty good. So this is gonna be my vlogging adventure camera of choice. I might even get a third battery for this motherfucker for longer trips. Extra memory cards. Well, I already got extra memory cards. Got on a tangent there. But I like this. I like being out here more than I did going to Italian Fest. You know, people watching's okay to a point, but for every time I do that, I want to do something like this. And this was a hard journey for me because this is something I used to do together with my ex-girlfriend. And I'm out here by myself. I don't really have a companion with which to do this. That's why I brought 3,000 of you with me, to be my fucking companion. So thanks. Of course, you're not gonna suck my dick after this, so it's all about goals. Have a nice motherfucking day and shit.